Hi everyone, we are back online for another interview today. In a minute, I will have the pleasure to welcome in this improvised program called Stream Tea in my office, from my office in London. You can see the sun going down on me, the spring sun. It's March the 24th, 2020. And I'm confined at home. It's the first official day of the lockdown here in the UK, in London and anywhere else in the UK. And my friend Tony O'Malley, the co-founder of Kokomo, is with us from Abingdon, near Oxford. How are you, Tony? Fine, 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 fine. I'm just trying to see if yeah. You know what? Your picture, because we did again the Skype thing is a bit frozen, so I can hear you, no problem. But I will come back and reset up your picture because we interrupted the call. Just a second. This is the beauty of yeah. This is the beauty of doing things live, is that we can demo actually the setup. So yeah, now I see you moving because I didn't see you moving on OBS. So now you're moving. So how are you, Tony? Despite these circumstances,
we're all fine actually. We're confined to barracks. Myself, my wife, and two 20-year-old boys. So they're home from university. So we're all here actually, and it's quite nice. We've got a garden, the sun's shining, so not really complaining.
Yeah. Despite what's going on outside, and you're not in central London. You're in a beautiful countryside setting. So
we're not on the front line. So, but our thoughts are really with the people in the front line and those who are sick. So we're doing fine. So no complaints here at all. I can practice all day long.
Yeah, and we have a song live at the end of the program. But despite the fact that you're well and safe at home, I mean, it makes a huge difference for you as a performer, because usually you are in London or in other places at the 606, for instance, here in London, or I don't know, Pizza Express or other places regularly in London. So you can't perform at the moment.
No, we can't. I don't really know what to think of it actually. You know, it's something that's never happened before, where you just can't go out and play gigs, and to be with your fellow musicians, get in the groove. I mean, that's really something that's different. It's an enforced layoff from basically the worst thing about it is you can't get together with other players, and I haven't really figured that out yet. How I feel about it, except it's you just got to deal with it, really.
Yeah, and you've got to find a way to keep on doing music and potentially keep on performing for people, and that's what we talked about before going online. All this live streaming setup. So that's something that you already considered before this crisis.
It was because you can see my room. It's not a very big room, and I've got my keyboard set up here, and my I can record in this room. But to actually video stuff, I think it takes a lot of thought. You can just stick the iPhone up and start playing. But for me, I've seen, in fact, in recent days, there's been a tsunami of people sharing their music online, and a lot of it's just with the camera, the iPhone set up, and often you see right-handed guitar players, and they'll look like they're playing left-handed, or piano.
Everyone suddenly became Paul McCartney.
Yeah. It's because it's in reverse, but there's ways of doing it technically correctly, and that's what I'm trying to figure out with your help, actually, Fred. This morning we've talked a lot about how to do live streaming properly, because my philosophy really is, if it sounds good, it looks good.
Mm-hmm.
If it looks good and the sound is shite, excuse my Belgian, then uh, to me, it's not very, it's not worth doing unless you're going to do it
Yeah,
properly,
it's
really. Or
it's
at
it's
least
counterproductive then. Yeah.
it's productive. Yeah, you want something to sound good. And that's what people listening now, that you've studied this over the last. I don't know, how long have you been doing it, actually?
Live streaming, but actually, I started this thing from London venues in early 2019.
Yeah,
So
that's what I remember.
yeah,
Yeah,
I did, the first one I did was in France with a friend of mine who was in the program 3 or 4 days ago, Olivier Laurent from Paris, someone singing Jacques Brel songs. So we did that from
yeah,
France, the first tryout, and then we did quite a few from the Half Moon in Putney, which is a great venue, sadly closed at the moment. We did Kokomo, properly pronounced, at the Half Moon in Putney. We have a song, I Can Understand It, from Bobby Womack in a second, by the way, from the Half Moon. It was on the 21st of February 2019. Then we did this club together in Barnes, with your solo performance,
yeah.
approximately
Wow.
Feb 19 or so. And I did quite a few places in London, the Crazy Cocks, at the Zeddle. I did places in Islington, Camden Assembly in Camden. So, but with multiple cameras, if you remember. So it was
Yes.
with, I would say, a heavier setup. What we do today is you on Skype and me on a
Yeah.
camera. But it was.
That was the bull's head. It was in
It was the bull's
Barnes.
head, yeah. I never remember if it's bull's head or bull something else. So yeah, it was the bull's head in Bali. That was quite a funny night, by the way, if you remember well.
Yeah,
With the,
you had a bit of running with the sound.
yeah, but that was okay. The guy was
It
okay in
was
the
good.
end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, so that was my first work into my first foray into live streaming. But these days it seems to be interesting for many people. So besides
yeah.
the chats, the discussions we have, like these discussions, I was contacted by a few musician friends who want to know, how to organize themselves and do this properly using something like OBS Studio. So my
Yes.
intention, as I told you offline, is that today or tomorrow I will record an on-screen tutorial, probably 1 or 2 hours uninterrupted, showing everything under the sun.
Right. Yeah.
uh,
That's great, because that can be very useful information, because I've been looking for this information, how to do it, how to live stream with a good sound.
yeah.
I think it's really important.
And there are ways, as you found also, online to monetize or sell virtual tickets if you want. There is a platform that can be used for that purpose. But if you just want exposure, or you can monetize for some people using YouTube, you can use a setup to broadcast simultaneously, as we do right now, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, on Twitter. You can have your own TV, which is quite interesting.
Yeah. Well, monetizing it's a very great area at the moment,
Mm.
because musicians are confined to their homes, and uh, not earning any money,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, because musicians being, self-employed people most of the time.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But it's the question is, how much would you charge? You just or do you charge anything, and you just I don't know. I'm on the fence at the moment about how to go about doing that.
Yeah, there are different ways to approach it. Obviously, one of the things I did, not being a musician, but trying to see if there was a model into this, when we did the live streaming, was like a link, pay me, buy me a beer or buy me a coffee. So that there is a website. There are multiple ways to do this, but there is a website which is specifically designed for this, where you can create a page and set a price and give a link to people, and they can buy you a virtual beer or virtual coffee, depending on your taste. And it goes into your Stripe account or your PayPal account. If you are lucky enough to have at least 2,000 followers, fans on YouTube, and I don't know how many hours of broadcast in the last 6 months, then you can monetize using advertising. But for that you need this threshold of 2,000 fans, otherwise you can't monetize advertising.
Yeah.
So what I'd like to suggest is, before we move on with the discussion, and I will you won't have our voices obviously at the same time, because I don't want to ruin the beauty of the song. We will move to another screen where I will play from YouTube. That's the beauty of it, is I can mix the screen from YouTube with our beautiful faces. So we will listen to a song by Kokomo, recorded last year, that I had the pleasure to record, and thanks for allowing me to do that, in Putney at the Half Moon on the 21st of February in 2019. It's a song by Bobby Womack called I Can Understand. Maybe you can introduce the song and tell me how you recorded back in the days that song of Bobby Womack, which is a standard of Bobby Womack.
Well, it was on Kokomo's first album. It was just called Kokomo, with the hands like that on the front.
Before I was born, I think. When was it?
It's 1973, I think.
Just the year before I was born.
Oh. Well, we were very young at the time, of course. And that song, was written by Bobby Womack, and it became popular. Every time we have to play I Can Understand It. And it was recorded at Air Studios, actually, in London, in the centre, when Air Studios was in the centre. Mm-hmm. What else can I tell you? It was such a long time.
Yeah, we'll just listen to the song and get back to it later. So we'll just cut our voices, stop speaking, move to the screen, and listen to I Can Understand It by Bobby Womack, performed by Kokomo last year in 2019 at the Half Moon in Putney.
This is for the Hearties again. Yeah. And this is no favorite from the first album, first Kokomo album. This is called I Can Understand It, a Bobby Womack tune. As a candy bar, this girl and me, that's what we are. I can understand it. Jack and Jill going up the hill, no storybooks and fairy tales. Oh, I can understand it. Want to be with you like this, baby. Still trying with sweet and gentle kisses. Need you by my side. I can understand it, baby. I can understand it, yes I can. I can understand it, baby. I can understand it. Something cool, but not too cool. Gotta give. to get to know. I can understand it. I wanna try my best to make you happy, girl. And I wake up and you're gone. No, no, no. I can understand. Sure can understand that one. I know sometimes you've gotta get away. Oh, but baby, please don't stay away. Stay away too long. Hey, don't stay away too long. Hey James, can you understand this thing? Jim Hunt on the sax, everybody.
I can understand it. Baby, I can understand it.
Something sunny, but not too bright. Girl, you've gotta give more to know what is right.
I can understand.
Can you really? Oh, when I try my best to make you happy, girl, and I'll wake up early and you're gone. No, no, no.
I can understand.
Say it again, but I can't understand it, baby. I know sometimes you've gotta get away. Oh, baby, please don't stay away. Thank you. Good night.
When was the last time you performed live, actually, before this lockdown?
Just about 10 days ago, it was a private function,
Uh-huh.
not far from here, actually. That was my last
And
performance.
did you have to cancel a lot of performances because of the lockdown?
I'd like to say yes, but actually my diary wasn't very
Wasn't that busy?
Wasn't that busy. No, it's coming up that have been cancelled, but yeah, I can't actually say these months are not so busy anyway. Yeah. Okay. Well. You liked something you said you
Yes.
liked. So. It's to begin life all over again when your world has turned upside down. There's a hole where there once was a heart when your love is gone. There are clouds, and it's gray where there used to be nothing but sunny days. Oh yeah. How much more should I do?
That's fine. Amazing, thank you. I don't know why, guys, but YouTube, the United States of America seems to be down at my end at the moment. So I don't know why. That's the way it is, I guess. Too many people watching, I don't know, cats videos on YouTube at the moment, I presume.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, probably at your end it could work, but in central London, people are probably watching I don't know what on repeat.
Yeah, I've got YouTube.
You've got YouTube. That's fine. I don't have a lot of stuff actually at the moment on my computer, but I still have the internet because technically, if I didn't have the internet, I wouldn't be able to speak to you.
Yeah.
So that's the ultimate check. But yeah. Waiting for this maybe to improve. What else did I want to say? Do you have anything special to say about this situation beyond the impact that it has on musicians? How do you think that things might change in the future when we get through this? What is, in your opinion, the impact that it will have on people? Will they change, or will they just get back to business as usual, as we always do?
Yeah, I guess so. When it's all hopefully over and done, but we just don't know how long it's going to last. So I just think it's time for people to reflect, because we don't have any choice. All we can do is go to the shops, or take a run around the park, or a stroll around the park with a family member. That's all we can do, because we're social animals, people. So I think this is the early days at the moment. I just don't know how it's going to pan out in the next 3 or 4 weeks.
You don't know personally yet people who have been affected by the disease, or?
just one actually, one Roland, sound engineer, um, posted on Facebook. But
Mm-hmm.
it's okay, family's okay. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know anybody who's been seriously affected.
Seriously affected. And
Do you? Have you?
no, not directly, not yet. And this makes a huge difference, actually. I have a friend in Madrid. We had a chat in French a few days ago. I think it was on Saturday, and they are more like at the moment. So can you hear me? You can still hear
Yeah,
me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah,
So for them, the situation is quite different. He learned from some people that someone died that he knew, not personally, but he knew that person. Some people ill around him also. So it makes a huge difference once it starts affecting your first or your second circle, probably. I would say. And I hope that it won't affect too many people in the UK. But I was quite worried earlier today when I watched Twitter, and I saw that the tube was still cramped, packed with people.
really.
Yeah, in London, despite the tougher measures that were announced yesterday night. So I guess that it also due to the fact that many people, even essential workers or deemed essential workers, they live in the suburbs of London and they need a way to get, to
Yeah,
central London. Don't have a car, so they have to get there. NHS workers specifically, but probably there are still too many people that don't take these measures into account seriously enough. What do you think? Because you know the mindset. I mean, you've been both. Your wife, as we both know, is from continental Europe. I would say, as my wife is. I'm from Belgium, as you know. How do you see the British spirit when they are given instructions?
well, actually, there was somebody posted the other day where, the Italians, they're on the balconies singing.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see
Yeah, I
that?
saw that.
Yeah. Well, in England, there's people uh, out on the balconies moaning about the weather.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so. I don't know. I would have thought that people would, follow the directions, especially the medical people.
Mm-hmm.
That's to stay at home.
Yeah, it's the safest thing we can do, and for I mean, in this situation, it's not too much asking to just stay at home, and if you don't want to do anything and watch Netflix all day long, that's your
Yeah,
choice. But at least stay away from each other for a while so that it flattens this curve.
yeah, and just stay in touch. On telephone,
Mm-hmm.
Facebook, messages. That's all we can do.
Yeah, that's all we can do indeed, and listen and play music. I'm just while
Yeah.
I'm speaking to you, trying to see if America is back online or at my side. I don't know. Maybe it's my maybe that's my Chrome thing, but. At least we're still speaking. We will see in a moment if we were just speaking the two of us or if it was broadcast on the internet. But thank you, Tony, and I give you the last word. Do you have anything to say to the people that are hopefully still watching us in this live stream?
Just I think try and enjoy the isolation, because if you moan about it, then you're only going to make yourself feel worse. It's beautiful, sunny day.
Mm-hmm.
And those with a garden can just get in the garden and soak up some sun, although it's a bit chilly still. But yeah, just take care, stay at home, enjoy your family if you've got family. If you're on your own, then tune into some nice music or watch nice programs. That's You know, I'm better off singing about it really than talking about it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I think we're still online because I'm watching on Facebook on my tablet, and we are still speaking. So yeah, so we can shake our hands, and we are still there. Oh yeah, you know what? What I could try to do, let's be original in this thing. Is you're on Spotify, I guess.
I am, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe this thing will work
You
then.
can play my latest record.
Sorry?
You can play my latest record.
Ah, yeah, Tony O'Malley. I mean, at least if I play it, I will give you some streaming stuff. What is it? I mean, Tony O'Malley. Yeah, so you can find Tony obviously on Spotify. You can find Tony on, I guess, on Apple Music. You can find Tony in all these places. Yeah, Tony O'Malley artist. Do you have a song that you like more than the others? Because I've got
Heartache. Play Heartache.
I've never felt this lonely in all my life. I never thought I'd sink down so low. I never imagined it would come to this. I'm devastated beyond repair. Where are the friends who promised they'd be there when I needed help? Now there's no one can tell how I feel. There's no way that I can take this heartache. Just can't take this heartache. I can't take this heartache. No, just can't take this heartache. The people have good intentions, it's not quite enough. 'Cause when you've lost a love so deep,
thank you so much, Tony, for your time. I think we just stay together after I cut the stream, so we can keep on chatting. And I to everyone at home, thank you for watching this. We'll fix the little technical glitches for the future, and I helped Tony to set up his equipment so that you can enjoy Tony O'Malley from his home in Abingdon in the near future. Thank you, Tony, for being here.
Thank you, Fred. Yeah, let's do it again.
Yeah, thank you, Tony.
Okay.